I'm thinking in organization settings, there is politics at play. How does the phoenix play politics, Paddy?
See, the phoenix is not meant to even think about politics. Okay, because at the end of the day, what we did was design something which the CEO could use to figure out how can I get this idea and let it now become part of the DNA of the organization. So oftentimes when participants from AMP or other companies we consult would come back and say, now can you run an encounter with the board or with a group of the CXOs, or maybe with a group which has some CXOs, but actually some very smart high potentials.
Correct.
Or some very, very different thinkers. What they are trying to do is actually deal with the politics, which is to say they realized if they go tomorrow and say, I have found the answer. This is what we are going to do. Some of them may be able to pull it off, but most of them will not. So this whole change thing is a journey. And each CEO has to figure out how they orchestrate the journey for their organization. And it needs to be probably done differently for different organizations, given how they are set up. Okay. So my feeling is, having done this, what has happened is the people who sort of buy on this realize again that this is not a one-off. That the way to do this is to basically maybe do it once every 6 months or once every year.
Sure.
Because the world in 2022 is going to be very different from the world in 2023. Things keep changing. So, think about us. And imagine we telescope ourselves to February of 2020. Talk about INSEAD or talk about your business. What would it look like in February 2021?
More of the same.
Would anything have disrupted your business or INSEAD? Yeah, online is coming on, is that, etc., etc. But it would have been in a space of 12 months, partly thanks to COVID. All these companies have realized you could be disrupted by things happening left, right, and center, not even happening in your geography.
True.
And so what can happen over the next 12 months could be completely different. So the way you need to do this is to say, look, I need to change my mindset. I need to change my thinking, but it can't be a one-off. If it's a one-off, it won't pay long-term dividends.
Absolutely.
It's to be an ongoing process.
In fact, I should also share while I was taking notes, Paddy, I was saying COVID, completely opposites viewpoints debate.
Correct, yeah.
Right. Very nice. Now, when you think about innovations on top of this method, Paddy, how are you thinking?
See, the way we thought about it is the following. Okay, if you think about everything that we talked about in the book, from the perspective of technology, from the perspective of how the world has become so much more digital, so much more social, so much more connected, how these new business models of platforms and ecosystems are just going all across. Everything that was in the book has probably become obsolete. Okay. So what you need to do is to basically realize that what we call scanning is something that anybody and everybody needs to do. And this needs to be an ongoing exercise.
Absolutely.
The problem that a lot of people have in companies is their networks, in terms of whom they reach out to, whom they talk to on a regular basis, is actually very narrow. If you look at COVID, what you realize is companies are getting disrupted by people whom they never thought were their competitor before.
Right.
And if you say, look, the way I'm going to think about what I need to do is only looking at my existing competitors, you're going to get blindsided.
True. True.
Okay, so the method in that sense is robust because it's about changing your mindset, changing your thinking. It doesn't give you a solution. It says, here are some habits you need to pick up. Practice these habits, sort of create a much more diverse network. Keep asking what's new. And then based on that, what's new, what if?
Correct.
And what might that mean for me as a leader? What might that mean for my business? And then the answer is always going to be context dependent.
True.
The questions, thankfully, are not.
True. Very good. Last couple of questions. I'm just conscious of time as well. You mentioned about a facilitation guide, Paddy. How is that coming along?
Now that's out. So Amazon, it's McGraw-Hill has already printed that.
Okay.
It's called the implementation manual. It's a paperback and it's an ebook.
Oh, okay.
So most of the people who want to run this, we just say, look, read the book because that will get all the concepts in your mind. Read the manual because that will actually give you all the cheat sheets. You want to be able to run this by yourself in your organization, in your company, whatever it is.
Very nice. Very nice.